What's up, Soul Family? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome to Soul Family Oracle, where I deliver messages from the divine, the depth of our soul, our spirit guides, and our ancestors. And if you're returning, as always, thank you so much. And once again, thank you guys so much for all your birthday wishes, your donations. I am so grateful. My birthday was just so wonderful. It was so wonderful throughout the week and still going. And I'm so grateful to everyone's well wishes. And I wish you all the same and even more back. So before I get into this reading, I'm going to channel for the rest of it, but I pulled some cards because I was trying to figure out what the message was really about. And the first card that came out was Phoenix Rising, followed by Pay Attention to the Signs, followed by Victim Consciousness, and followed by Self-Love. And the message that was coming through was that somebody's victim mentality is robbing them of their power, right? Now with the Phoenix Rising, it's like whoever this message is for, you have risen into a higher level of power. You have grown so much, or you have so much power within you that you can basically tap into, right? But somehow you are not tapping into it because of some kind of victim consciousness, some kind of victim mentality. And I wanted to start 144 on the timer. And I wanted to start the video by saying how before anybody starts to think that I'm saying, oh, you shouldn't, I guess, acknowledge the things that has been done to you or the things that you've gone through. Let me explain this. When I speak of victim consciousness and how it's robbing you of your power, it's like every time you decide to blame something that happened to you for the reason why you can't become better, or for the reason why you can't do more, the reason why you can't receive more or be in the energy of more, you are allowing victim mentality to rob you of your power, because you are saying that you yourself don't have enough power to let that happen for you because of something that happened to you, because of something that was done to you. And so you are saying that, in so many words, you're saying that you are still a victim to whatever it was that happened to you. And because you are still a victim, you don't have the power to make that change, or you don't have the power to call that in, or you don't have the power to achieve that level of greatness. You understand? And it's like, whoever this is, it's like you may not even be realizing that this is something that you have been doing so much on so many different levels and things that it has become a part of your subconscious. That is why victim consciousness, the word consciousness, I want you to focus on the word consciousness, is coming through. It's something that I feel like it started in your subconscious, but has become a part of you to the extent that now it's become a part of your consciousness and you don't even realize it. 10:10 on the timer. Sorry, 10:10 a.m. and 3:33 on the timer. That's 3:33 and 10:10. Sorry, and 10:10. Sorry. And actually, yeah, it's 10:10 because my battery is 37%. So that's 10:10. And the divine is saying, like, it's time to put an end to this energy. It's time to put an end to this thing that you keep reeling yourself into subconsciously or whether consciously, and making yourself feel like you don't deserve more, or you can't be more, or where you are is where you will be because of the things that you experience, or because of the things that made you feel like a victim. Because indirectly you're saying that those things that made you feel like a victim are still present in your energy because you still feel like a victim. And with the Phoenix Rising, it's like that is not your energy. With the Phoenix Rising, it's like whatever it was that made you the victim are the same things that are making you the victor now. The things that made you the victim are the same things that are making you the victor now. Ooh, I think I should write that down. You understand? And so it's like there's a need for you to embrace the understandings, the lessons from the things that you went through, and see that those are part of the things that would helped you to become this soaring phoenix, or helped you to become this phoenix that is needing to soar. So it's like, whoever you are, it's like, I don't know, I don't mean to call somebody out, but for somebody, it's like you, and I don't know, for somebody enjoys being a victim. I don't know who this part is for, but it's like somebody enjoys being a victim. 111 on the clock. It's like somebody enjoys being a victim, right? Having to complain all the time about the things that you're going through, or like needing to complain to someone all the time about, oh, this is happening and that happened to me and this happened to me and that happened to me. And listen, we all release and how we need to. We all heal how we need to. But it comes to the point where you have to understand that you become a part of the problem when all you do is complain about the things that made you a victim. So it's like, at what point do you become a victor? At what point do you begin to understand or embrace the fact that those things that you went through are part of your story? 1 second, guys. Yeah, I'm back. So it's like, I think I was saying, at what point do you begin to accept what happened as what needed to happen? And then embrace the lessons it came with, so you can step into your power. And it's like, whoever I'm speaking to, it's not even like you're still in that state, or you're still in the state of when the things happen, or the things that have happened to you. So these things could have happened years ago, right? These things could have happened years ago. These things could have happened months ago. I honestly don't care if it happened just a few days ago. There's a need for you to release yourself from this victim mentality. Like, you're a victim. You are not the victim. You understand? And I don't want for anybody to get triggered. Like, I don't mean to say like you're not a victim of something horrible that happened to you, as if you called it on yourself, or as if you deserve it. No. That's not what I'm saying, right? What I'm saying is, you are not the victim. It is those things that actually make a part of your story as a resilient person, as the phoenix rising. Because just like the phoenix doesn't just rise. The phoenix doesn't just like fly. The phoenix is born from pain. The phoenix is born from being bent to the ground. The phoenix is born to be renewed from a state of death, from a state of nothingness, right? So it's like, even to be rising is for you to understand. You understand? It's for you to understand that whatever it was didn't break you. But for whoever this message is for, it's like, for some people in this collective that I'm speaking to right now, there might be like a tendency of like you just always wanting to be in this state of like, I don't know if it's like looking for pity, or like, I don't want to say self-pity, because I don't think it would explain this well, but I don't know if it's like wanting people to feel sorry for you, or just like needing to always like, I don't want to say complain, like needing to like just like vent to somebody, but it's like there's a need for you to stop playing victim, or stop repeating to yourself or to others that you've been victimized, or that you have been a victim, and to start recognizing the power that it came with, the blessing that it has come with. And even if you don't identify or see any blessing that it has come with, there's a need for you to understand that everything happens for a reason, and the reason is meant to be for your good. 844 on the timer. 844 on the timer. So it's like, it's like for somebody, the things that you went through actually put you in a state of alignment, but you may have not realized it. So it's like I'm getting this energy of somebody's like always doing like, I'm trying to heal. I want to heal. I'm spiritually healing. I'm healing myself spiritually, but they always keep going back to, 2 years ago, that person did that to me and it broke me, and I can never trust anybody again because they broke my trust, and I feel like a victim because anytime I want to trust people are, but then it's like, okay, that happened years ago, and now you don't want to open up your heart because of that happening years ago. But do you understand that when it happened years ago, you yourself were in a state where you didn't know how to enable boundaries or enable healthy boundaries? And so that happened to also teach you how to establish healthy boundaries. But it's like, if you're still sitting here in 2025 complaining about that and keeping your your heart closed off because of that, then it's like you're saying you didn't understand the lessons you were being taught, which means that you haven't understand or learned how to enable or establish healthy boundaries, which would explain the reason why you would be a complainer, because you don't understand that that taught you a lesson that has put you now in a position of power. Right? 122 on the timer. So in some cases, I feel like somebody needs some kind of tough love thing going on, right? Because there's pay attention to the signs. So with the pay attention to the signs, you may actually be, so I'm getting this energy of like, it's just somebody needing to be reassured, and it's fine to want to be reassured, but it's just like it's almost like, I feel like somebody just digging into somebody because it's like they just need them to reassure them and make them feel like they are okay. Make them feel like they are enough, or make them feel like they are okay. I don't know if you guys heard that. And the divine is like, come on. It's like enough fire has been put in you, enough motivation has been put in you for you to be able to stand in your energy, grounded, and hold yourself and still smile and say, you know what? I went through the things I went through. 1122 on the timer, but it has made me stronger. But it's like somebody is acting like, it's almost as if like, it's like there's a need for somebody to be consistent in their power. So it's like 1 minute somebody could be acting like, oh my God, I've been a victim my whole life. And then the next minute they're like, yeah, what happened? And it's all good. And then the next minute they're like, oh my God, universe, where are you? Please come save me. I've been bullied my whole life. I've been victimized. And it's like, I'm seeing somebody's guys on the side like, shit, come on, man. It's like, really? I'm hearing this again. It's like somebody's guys like, come on, man, like this again. Like, come on, are we really doing this? It's like, I don't know, like I'm hearing Jeffrey that broke your heart from like 5 years ago. I thought we were done with that. I thought we already explained to you the reason why all that happened the way it happened. And it's like, so it's like with somebody, it's like this message, and with their pay attention to the signs, there's an owl on like a tree. On a tree branch. So I feel like this is like, it's like divine guidance, like, yo, like, listen, do you not see? It's like, do you not see that everything that has happened to this point has happened for a reason? 1244 on the time. It's like, do you not see? Right? And with the self-love, it's like for somebody, it's like you're needing to up your self-love, because the reason why you might be putting yourself in this energy is because you're needing to up your self-love, right? So it's like, the thing with self-love, as I've learned, or as I'm always understanding more and more every day, is, or at least in connection to what I'm saying, is how when I feel empowered by myself, when I feel empowered by my story, when I feel empowered by my pain, when I feel empowered by the things I've been through, that should make me feel like a victim. My self-esteem increases. You understand? It's like my confidence just shoots out of the roof. It's like I feel formidable. I feel indestructible. You understand? When I allow my hardships and the things that I went through, the things that really were meant to break me and change me, when I allow those stories to empower me, oh my goodness, I begin to feel so strong, so confident. I begin to feel indestructible. I begin to feel like there's nothing in this world I can't do. I begin to feel like there's nothing in this world I can't rise above. Again, with a phoenix rising, I begin to feel like a phoenix. You understand? But it's like when you don't recognize, these things. So for somebody, I don't know if you're not recognizing the lessons that have come with these various things, or if it's just because, again, pity party is what I'm hearing. If you just like to throw pity parties, It's like, let's sit down and talk about our hardships. Let's talk about all the things that broke us down. And it's like, I'm hearing, it's like some of these guys, it's like, we don't want to hear any more of that. It's like, we're done. It's like, no more sad stories, no more sob stories. There's this song by Iris that I say, this is my last heartbreak song. This is my last heartbreak song. Nah, nah. Nobody should call my phone. I love that song. It basically says something about this is my last heartbreak song. So it's like, you should be on your last heartbreak song by now. Or like, you should be on your last sob story by now. Or like your last, the victim's story by now. And again, this is not to say that your story is not relevant, or that the things that you've been through are not relevant, or that the things that you felt are not relevant. But this is just to say that where you are now is more relevant. That the energy that you've grown into now is more relevant. That the story of where you are now as compared to where you used to be is more relevant. You understand? It's just saying that, like, and being in this energy again with the self-love, being in this energy is assurance of, it's like reaffirming your love for yourself. It's reaffirming your devotion to yourself. It's reaffirming the dedication to your growth. You understand? Yeah. Because I feel like for some of you also, the main thing has been the fact that either you haven't had a lot of people to share some of these things with, or you didn't have people to share it with. And it's like, if that's the thing, then there's a need for you to open up to your spirit team and have those conversations, have those vulnerable conversations, the conversations that make you feel fragile, make your heart feel fragile. Like, listen, spirit, like, I'm having difficulties releasing the hurt of my past. Like, I'm having difficulties releasing the pain and the things that were done to me in the past. And I'm having difficulties releasing victim mentality and victim consciousness. Have the conversation with your spirit team. Like, you need to invite them in to be your counsel. Invite them in to be your best friends, to sit with you. And I feel like for a lot of people on the spiritual path that have been through really traumatic experiences, this will be like one of the best things you ever do for yourself. It's like free therapy with spirit, that the conversations that we have with spirits, 1743 on the timer, that's 177. The conversations that we have with spirit, those conversations where we open up our heart and be vulnerable and say those things that we can't say to others, those things that we feel too shy to say to others or feel too ashamed to admit in front of others. This is part of what our spirit team is for. You understand? They can feel the things that even they can understand the things that we can only feel without understanding. And they can help us understand, and they can help us to release and heal the feelings that are too heavy for us to understand. Because some of these feelings, it's not that we don't understand them. It's just because to be able to understand them, you first have to feel it. You have to allow. You have to feel. You have to allow the feeling, right? And what I think I understand from like being traumatized and being put in the position of a victim is it makes you give your power away, because it's like if for some reason, and again, this is my personal opinion, but I feel like for some reason, I feel like in some ways it kind of makes you feel comfortable, right? It makes you feel comfortable because it makes you feel like, well, if I was that powerful, that wouldn't have happened to me. And so being in the state of a victim, like being a victim, 1919 on the timer, that's 1010 again. So being the victim is like, well, I must be a victim is why that was able to happen to me, because if I was that strong, that wouldn't have happened. Of course, I was a victim. You understand? So it's like there needs to be the understanding that you were strong even then. The fact that maybe somebody overpowered you, trigger, and I'm sorry if this triggers anybody. The fact that you were abused. The fact that somebody overpowered you and abused you physically or sexually. The fact that somebody lied to you and broke your heart. The fact that somebody took advantage of you and took your kindness for granted. The fact that somebody played in your face. Those things, they don't mean that you are not strong. They don't mean that you are not strong. They don't mean that they don't mean that they were stronger. It doesn't mean that they were better or they were wiser. It doesn't change who you are. It doesn't change the fact of who you are. It doesn't change how strong you are. You understand? So it's like being in that victim state. It makes it easy to accept the things that happen to you, but it's not supposed to be that way. You can't still be that strong person, be who you are and face those things. As a matter of fact, being who you are will make you go through some of those things. And this is not to say, well, you deserved anything that you went through, or anybody going through anything or has experienced whatever kind of trauma deserves it. No, this is just to say that you deserve to feel powerful. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel as fully as yourself, as a phoenix, despite everything that you've been through. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel mighty, even through the things that you're going through. You don't need to be a victim forever. You don't need to stay a victim just because it allows you to be able to identify or to be able to identify that version of you that experienced those things. That version of you that experienced those things is what has become the rising phoenix. That version of you doesn't want to stay in that energy forever. That version of you is not interested in staying in that space. It doesn't want to. That version of you understands the burn and it wants to rise like the fucking phoenix. The version of you that experienced the traumas, the version of you that experienced the abuse, it doesn't want to stay that way. Because when you stay in the victim mindset or the victim mentality, it's like every time you go there, you push it back there. You push your inner child back into the position of being unsafe, into that position of feeling neglected and abandoned. You push your inner child back 2222 on the timer. Thank you, Spirit. You push your inner child back into that state of feeling insecure. You understand? There's a need for you to understand that those things happen for their reasons. Accept those reasons and accept that those reasons, those very reasons are the very reasons that have made you the rising phoenix. Those are the same reasons that have made you this powerful, this strong. And anytime you allow yourself to label yourself as the victim, you are releasing yourself of your true title, which is a victor, which is the phoenix. You understand? I'm going to take a few more cards from the Heal Your Light Oracle deck to use to close out this reading. And I feel like this reading is just like, I feel like this just needed to come through to serve as a form of reassurance instead of the kind of reassurance that you're used to serve as a form of empowerment and also as a reminder that you are the phoenix, that you've risen from the ashes that you were burnt into, that you've risen from the things that were used to pin you down, that you have literally escaped from things that were meant to keep you down forever. All you need to do right now is to soar, just fly. What else, Spirit? Oh. Self-sabotage is a card that came out. Yeah. Your victim consciousness is self-sabotaging your growth. The victim mentality is self-sabotaging your growth. It's self-sabotaging your height, your ascension, like the levels you're supposed to be in. 2442, that's 66. You understand? Oh, funny enough, there's an owl on this one also. On this one also, there's an owl. You are strong beyond measure. You are wise, knowledgeable, beautiful, healing, growing, powerful. Acknowledge that you are no more the victim. And if you want to feel like a victim on some days, if you want to cry about the things you've been through on some days, that's fine. But you do that release through your tears, and then you release the energy. You don't carry on with the energy. You leave it behind, and then you move forward and you rise into your power. As always, guys, please listen with discernment. Take only what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if the message resonates with you, please like, share, subscribe to help us reach even more of our soul tribe. And July is coming to an end. Still in my birth month. I noticed somebody saying that they didn't know I was a Leo. I'm a Cancer Leo cusp. So I was born on the last day of Cancer and the first day of Leo. So I'm very, very much a Cancerian and also very much a Leo. And happy birthday to all my July borns and everybody that had their birthday on July 22nd also within that same period, and even now, even next month, last month. Happy birthday. And I'm still enjoying my birthday so much. And if you would like to win a free reading for this month, for July birth month reading, the slot is still open, so keep sending in your date of birth. You can send it in, you can put it in the comment, or you can send it to me directly to our email. And please make it in writing, like in letters. Like, for instance, don't say like 1 for 1st January. Please make it like, January 1st, so I can be able to identify it. All right, guys, have a blessed new week, and I will catch you in the next recording or the next download, the next reading.